hell of a win at home again, right? Undefeated at home. Is that right? Undefeated at home. Defending our dirt right here. I'll tell you what I noticed more than anything is a damn attitude, right? Damn attitude of this football team. Backs against the wall. You coming out firing, man. That's what we got to do every week. Every week.
Hey, we should have won more, right? Now what? We need more. There's a lot left out there that we could take advantage of, huh? Refresh, be ready to go. Know where we're at in the season. Yes, sir. 5-3, we're gonna take it one game at a time, all right? Next Sunday night, that's our main goal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wait.
Finding a way. Finding a way every week. How about the Buffalo Bills?
No overthinking, right? Go play some ball. Go play some football.
It's an exciting time to be a Buffalo Bill and a fan of the Buffalo Bills.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back into Week 9 of the Sean McDermott Show. Thanks for joining us there at home. We're presented by Kaleida Health, and Sean got a nice bounce-back win over the Bucs, 24-18. Nice attitude about the team, fast start offensively. You said after the game you liked your team's attitude. They came out with a little bit of grit. What did you mean by that? And was there something in both sides of the football, offense and defense, that you can build on going forward?
Well, I think there was. The attitude is number one, is they came out to attack, and that was clearly evident from the way the defense took the field to the way the offense came right back and got into a good drive that led to 3 points, and it was good complementary football.
Yeah, Josh played a really nice game, 31 of 40, had 78% completions, over 300 yards, a couple of TDs, rushed for 41, which is unusual this year, hasn't been doing that. Spread the football around. Diggs, 9 catches, Davis, 9 catches, Kincaid, 5 catches, Shakir, 6 catches. Yeah, do you think Josh playing balanced like that and playing fast and free, I mean, and Dorsey called a great game as well. I mean, how do you mix all that out? How do you, keep all of that stuff balanced and keep going forward?
Well, listen, it's never going to unfold perfectly, but I thought the game really played easy for us at times. I thought Dorsey put us in great positions. Josh was distributing the football to the open receivers and tight ends, and then they were getting racked in terms of the yards after catch. So we were able to stay on schedule, move the chains, convert third downs, and it led to points.
Yeah, you got Khalil Shakir, had a career day, 6 catches for a game-high 92 yards. Big plays early in the game, too. Seemed like a new element in your offense. How important, with Dawson Knox being out of the lineup, Shakir get an opportunity and make the most of it?
Well, he did, and that's what you do. It's a next man up approach, next man up philosophy, really. But beyond that, he's a good football player and a guy that we have a lot of confidence in, and I know Josh has tremendous trust and faith in Khalil, and he's where he needs to be when he needs to be there, and that develops that trust.
Yeah, well, also one of the guys that stepped up, next man up, Dalton Kincaid, scored his first touchdown, 5 catches for 65 yards, and a couple of really nice catches that were, kind of elite, kind of tough plays to make. Great tap the toe on your sidelines and kind of lifted your sidelines. Guys were going crazy. Everybody talks about his maturity and how he doesn't seem like a rookie. Why do you think he has that veteran presence?
I think he's just got that it, and I think it's just a gift, right? You either have it or you don't. And what I mean by that is the it meaning he's just got a great feel of who he is as a person at a young age and what he wants to become as a football player. And so it's just a great, almost servant approach to his day-to-day life.
I gotta bring it up. I mean, one of the things we haven't talked much about was special teams this last week.
Why would you want to bring that up?
Right. Exactly. So here we go. Finally, Sam Martin, 3 punts inside the 10, had a great game. Deontay Hardy, huge returns, although they were marred by some penalties. He had one to set up the touchdown that got you the go-ahead. Josh Norman, a couple of big hits on the opening couple of kickoffs. Shaq Lawson, blocked field goal. Tyler Bass was perfect. He was back in the saddle. How big of an impact in a league that, back in the olden days, it's hard to make a difference on special teams these days because of the player safety considerations, the change in the rules. But man, oh man, your guys got it done this last game.
I mean, a huge part of the building the connectivity of the team. Offense feeds defense, defense feeds offense, special teams fits right in the middle and feeds both through return yards, like you mentioned with Deontay, backed up punt situations, great tackles creating field position on the kickoff coverage team, Sam Martin pitting them deep on punts into their own, inside their own 5-yard line. And I mean, that is complementary football at the highest level when we need it the most. And that's a critical piece. If Shaq doesn't block that field goal, The last drive is a different drive. It's a 3-point game instead of a 6-point game. So all of that matters.
That's good stuff, Coach. Thanks. We're going to get back to you later in the show for your final thoughts. Sunday Night Football coming up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Stay with us. We'll be back after this.
The Game Plan is presented by Energy Mark. Trust Energy Mark for renewable energy supply.
When we come back, Eric Wood and I break down the tape from the win over the Buccaneers. Then Dion Dawkins is mic'd up for the Thursday night win.
Chopping Wood is presented by St. Bonaventure University, an official education partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, and it's time now to look back at the tape with our good buddy Eric Wood. The Bills' offense was rolling early against the Bucs, and Josh really spread the ball around. What stood out to you?
Yeah, I loved what I saw from the offense early in this game. They almost ran exclusively 3-by-1, 11 personnel with 3 receivers on the field. They used the up-tempo offense with absolute precision out there. Khalil Shakir comes alive. Career game for him. Both Diggs and Davis both have 9 catches in the game on 12 targets. Kincaid got involved, and something that we've all been waiting to see. We saw some Josh runs as well in this one.
Well, let's start with the big play to Khalil Shakir. He had 69 yards in the first half, 30 of which came on this huge third down conversion.
Shakir's not going to be Josh's first read here, but the pass protection is so good here that Josh has all day to just stand flat-footed in the pocket. Gets to the top of his drop and doesn't even have to climb in the pocket at all. Dion Dawkins at left tackle does his patented snatch move, so there's really no pursuit even on the edge. Josh scans the field. Shakir starts as the inside receiver in the 3-by-1 set, works all the way across the field. Josh finally finds him, throws a laser to him down the sideline for the big gain.
A little later, Josh called his own number for a 13-yard touchdown run. What did you see on this one?
So this was one play after he got his right shoulder dinged up. So I'm not sure he really even wanted to throw this football. He sees a Tampa 2 look. So he sees the middle linebacker drop all the way out of the middle. The floodgates open wide open in front of him. So he takes off with his legs. He does a pump fake about 5 yards down the field that they fall for. He makes 2 defensive backs run into each other, and he gets in for the score.
And then, just before the half, Josh hit Dalton Kincaid for his first touchdown, something we've all been waiting for. This one was for 22 yards.
Tampa brings blitz, and immediately Dalton Kincaid sees it, and he looks hot. Well, Josh sees that there's wide open green grass to his right, so he gets on the move to the right. So Dalton converts his hot route into kind of just an over route right behind that linebacker level, right across that second level of the defense. Levante David has to step up because Josh can then run for it, and so he hits Kincaid for his first touchdown.
And then a little later, to start the second half, the Bills went on a 9-play, 75-yard drive that was capped off by this Gabe Davis touchdown. Break this one down.
Yeah, there's a lot going on this one. Gabe Davis goes in motion, and then Hardy's going to go, and it looks like it might be a jet sweep to him. And what works well is they timed it up perfectly. It's so easy for the defense. If Hardy's already way past him, then they know it's not a jet sweep. So he times up the motion perfectly. And then there's the play fake to Latavius Murray. So there's a lot going on for the defenders out there. Gabe Davis runs a deep over across the back of the end zone and just gets lost in the coverage, and Josh finds him for an easy touchdown.
And then later on, Kincaid showed off some really nice footwork to make this big play on third down. What did you see here?
Kincaid's initially covered on what I'm assuming was an out route, and he's kind of running it just past the stick. So I assume that's what the actual route was. He sees Josh Allen scrambling to his left towards him, so he just breaks it up the field. Josh throws it right over the top of Levante David's head, and Dalton Kincaid uses incredible footwork along the sideline to get both feet down, make the catch, and again, for the second week in a row, Josh is 100% completion percentage while throwing to Kincaid.
Great stuff as always. Thanks for this, Eric. We'll catch up with you next week.
Looking forward to it, Steve.
When we return, Dion Dawkins is mic'd up against the Buccaneers. Then later on, we'll crunch some numbers on Sportsology.
Mic'd Up is presented by Geico.
I'll tell you now, I'm taught to play through the whistle.
All right, man.
Never no cheats, just through the whistle.
All right, you can do that.
Yep.
I'll be talking to you, too, if you know it's done.
No, absolutely.
Just watch hitting into piles. That's all.
No,
You
yeah,
know what
no.
I mean?
And that's not me. I don't be doing that.
When you know that it's basically forward progress, you stop it.
Yeah.
We're going to stop it.
Got
When
you.
you get in there, you'll get a cheap one. You don't want that 15 there. That'll suck.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
So, man, these weeks be flying the by, man.
I know they do.
Flying
I
by.
think it's week 8, huh?
Week 8. It's ridiculous. Can't believe it.
It is. Don't get weather like this in Buffalo.
Never. It's supposed to snow next week.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's supposed to snow, man. So, typical Buffalo. Nights like this and 1.5 feet next week.
Oh, what do we have here?
Ah, man, it's just a little wire. People spent their money to come and watch us do what we do for a living.
We're ready.
Yep.
Let's fly around.
Okay, boys.
I love you, boys. Love you. Hold on, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hold on.
In Buffalo, when it's 70 degrees on Thursday night, go, man. It don't get better. Yeah, it don't get better.
Boy, Jano. Kickoff.
Yeah.
What?
That's crazy.
Make a living somehow. That was us. Do it again. Yep. But let's go get a little greedy right here.
Boy, you heavy, boy.
Allen in the shotgun, going to roll out to his right, looking for somebody, throws it back across the middle, and Kincaid waltzes into the end zone for his
go celebrate!
first touchdown as a Buffalo Bill.
Go celebrate!
22 yards, Allen to
Celebrate with me!
Kincaid.
Come on. Congratulations.
G-Money, G-Money! Back to pass, pocket collapsing, and Ed Oliver has got him for the sack. Got him around the ankles, riding Cowboy.
Hey. That's tough. Ed said. That's tough. We're not gonna lie. It's only a game. We're not gonna lie. Nah, we taking a knee for sure. Hey, you can never be too sure, yo. Don't touch it.
Allen back to pass. Blitz coming. Fires to the end zone.
Right.
To Gabe Davis. That touchdown maker.
Yo, is that what you about to do? I see you. You about to do it? Why are you showing us? Hey, Cybo, he gonna go like this. You working on it? No, we see you on film. That was active. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Wouldn't want to be out here with anyone else.
My man, my fucking boy. Hey, yo.
Baby, let that ball
Hey,
roll.
hey, that defensive look fun, yo. No cap. JB's a psychopath.
Shut up, Paul, man.
No, leave him alone.
Let him do his thing. Go, JB.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Tell him, JB. I got your back. Man, you see what time it is, man. This is snowy shit. Snowy ski. Man, we did that. Thursday Night Football belongs to the Bills.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology. And later on, Coach previews Sunday Night Football in Cincinnati against the Bengals.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, bringing hope and healing to Western New York.
What's up, Bills Mafia? We're back with a few jaw-dropping stats that help tell the story of how the Bills got one in the win column against the Bucs. Check it out. Quarterback Josh Allen averaged 2.27 seconds to throw in this past game against Tampa Bay. This was his quickest average time to throw in a single game in his NFL career. The up-tempo passing game used by Ken Dorsey in the offense helped Allen face the lowest pressure rate in a game of his NFL career, only 13%. It proved to be a success as the QB finished with a 77.5% completion percentage. The Rook, Dalton Kincaid, didn't really look like a rookie in his breakout game. The tight end played a season-high 83.8% of the offensive snaps. He was aligned all over the formation, tight, slot, wide, and even in the backfield. Kincaid caught 5 of his 7 targets for 65 yards and had his first career NFL touchdown. Second-year wide receiver Khalil Shakir also had his best game of the season. Shakir was the main character of Buffalo's 3 wide receiver sets. He set career highs in targets, receptions, and receiving yards in Week 8. Shakir also played a career-high 45 offensive snaps. This 66.2% playtime is also a season high. We love to see the Bills spread the ball out and get all of their weapons involved. We hope to see a lot more of this come Sunday night against the Bengals.
When we come back, Chris Brown and Maddy Glab preview Sunday Night Football at Cincinnati. Plus, Coach breaks down facing Joe Burrow and the Bengals in prime time.
Game Preview is presented by Independent Health. You deserve the red shirt treatment.
Welcome into this week's game preview. Maddy Glab alongside of Chris Brown. And Chris, just when the Bengals were starting to have a slow start to the season, here they are. And we know Joe Burrow is playing like Joe Burrow again. That means Jamar Chase is playing at a high level. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, you don't have to stop one, you have to stop multiple. So first, tell me what the Bengals offense has been doing in the last 3 straight weeks to win these last 3 games and how they've kind of been back to their old ways.
Yeah, they're looking like the Bengals passing offense, and it's rooted in Joe Burrow's health. You know, he wasn't able to move around. He's been operating exclusively out of shotgun, the last several weeks, but the last 2 weeks, more under center, more unpredictability. They're using the play action game effectively, and the run game has picked up its pace as well with Joe Mixon healthy again.
Yeah, you can't forget about Joe Mixon. He ran all over the Bills in that playoff game. So when you think about what they have on offense, how do the Bills stop it on defense? We know Matt Milano and Daquan Jones aren't going to be a part of this lineup. We've seen the Bills use a little bit more dime. Could we see more of that going forward?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it'll be used at times because they're still trying to find the best answer to not having Matt Milano in the lineup. And sometimes that is Jordan Poyer up at the line of scrimmage, who is still a pretty good run defender, but is helping you more in the passing game, defending the pass, than, say, a Dorian Williams or a Tyrell Dodson. So that substitution and bringing Taylor Rapp on the field makes sense. They could use it against the Bengals, but do you want to use it so much that you're getting victimized in the run game? That's going to be the balance that Sean McDermott's going to have to strike with his play calling and his personnel groupings.
All right, one last question for you. What do you think a game like this could come down to?
I think it could come down to 2 or 3 big plays.
Okay.
You do not want to give up the big play in the passing game because if your offense can't duplicate that themselves, it's going to be very hard to get up on them on the scoreboard. I think this is going to be a very nip-and-tuck battle, back and forth. 2 or 3 plays could decide.
All right, there you had it. We'll see if the Bills can start fast and score first in this big game against the Bengals.
Coach, you're back on the road. Chance to avenge your playoff loss from them months ago. And a first time going back to Cincy since the DeMar Hamlin injury last year. What's your message to the team? How do you handle all of these things that are swirling around this Sunday night matchup?
We'll certainly be aware of it, of what was, but we also have to focus on what is. And that's the 4 quarters that we're going to play of football in this year's game. Obviously recognizing and acknowledging what happened last season in both games, but now what's important is what's right in front of us.
Well, Cincinnati's off to a slow start. Joe Burrow suffered a calf injury in camp, struggled with it for a month. Now he seems to be back in the saddle. He had a huge year last year, Joe, with 35 passing touchdowns. I mean, let's talk about Joe Burrow for a minute. You're going to coordinate against him as a defensive coordinator. Who's he remind you of, and what kind of style do you describe him as?
That's a great question. I mean, he's so smart. He knows what you're in. He takes advantage of what you're in defensively. If he's seen it on film or he's played against it, he's quick to recognize what defense he's playing against. And so we have to be very fundamentally strong and play great team defense.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Good luck against the Bengals in Cincinnati. And for you at home, thanks for joining us on the Sean McDermott Show presented by Kaleida Health. We'll see you next time. And until then, as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 716-684-COMP today. By Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. And by Independent Health. You deserve the red shirt treatment.